जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदा नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदा नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीराचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवर। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम राम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम राम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Jaya Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Shri Radhe Jaya Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Shri Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय श्री श्री निमाय निताय की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for the Sunday Satsang program. Thank you very much for joining in spite of the busy festivities of Diwali. Wish you all the very happy Krishna conscious Diwali. We all can pray for each other that this Diwali brings more and more happiness, auspiciousness for each one of us and the blessings of Lord Shri Krishna into all of our lives. So with that prayer, we'll begin today's discussion. So because it is Diwali, I thought let us talk about lighting a lamp and what does Lord Krishna says about lighting a lamp in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, we are all going to light so many lamps, right, on Diwali. So let's talk about it a little bit. So we will begin with prayers first of all. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So this festival of Diwali, which we already started, I think yesterday was the first day. Today is the second day of Diwali, 5 days festival, and tomorrow is the main, right? Lakshmi Pujan day, right? Yes. And for the Prabhu, give it to me. I'll do that. I had some notes to give, but not now, afterwards. Right now, not required. So, this 5 days of Diwali festival is the prominent festival for our Sanatan calendar, Hindu calendar. Obviously, all the festivals are very nice, very important. But in general, for the Vedic society, as we say, right? Diwali is very famous. Even in nowadays, all over the world, rather, it is celebrated. Even in the Western world, it is celebrated. In America, in London, England, everywhere. I mean, in the parliament there, the politicians also celebrate Diwali on a very grand scale. So it is very famous now. So it is said in the Vedic, our scriptures, it is said, Manavaha Utsava Priyaha. The nature of human in general, and more specific Vaishnavas, is they are Utsava Priya. They like celebrations, festivals. Right? We also see when we have festival, a lot more people come. Everyone is very enthusiastic. But on a normal day, actually in Bhakti, every day is festival, as we had discussed before also. Every day is actually festival. But why these festivities are there in our culture? Because obviously one very important thing to know is these are the days where Lord has performed many wonderful leelas. So the purpose of these festivals is not just fun. Definitely that's there. That's part of it, enjoyment, fun, celebration. But it is actually an opportunity to remember God, to remember Krishna, to remember Lord Ramachandra, to remember, their wonderful leelas, and go deeper into our own lives. Introspect. Take out time from our monotonous, day-to-day, regular life, daily life. Right? So festival means you have time, we have holiday, right? And then that holiday is not just to do maja. It is actually to do introspection, to remember God, basically, and to also introspect. So these festivals, they give us break from our day-to-day life, and they also tell us what is important in life. These festivals help us to realign our focus on what is really meaningful and important in life. Like Diwali. Even on the social in a social way also, if you see, people come together when festivals are there. Diwali means a lot of people come together, families come together, people travel, take take out time for each other, take out time for what is really important in life. Otherwise we are only running in this world, trying to get so many things, right? But now we pause, we take out time for each other, we take out time for God, right? So that is actually the purpose of celebrating festivals. So when we celebrate this festival, we should also know the meaning behind it. Why are we celebrating? क्यों कर रहे हैं जो कर रहे हैं? ये बहुत important है. If you ask people in general, they have little or no idea why certain things are done, why these festivals are there. So if we see this festival of Diwali, 5 days, all these 5 days are connected with very wonderful leelas of Lord Shri Krishna, Lord Shri Ram, Lord Narayan. Right? 5 days. What all things have happened? What is the first one? Dhanateras is the day of, what happened on that day? If you ask people outside, they say it is a day of buying gold. That's all people know. It is the day you should go and purchase some gold. No. Why that Dhanateras is celebrated? Anyone knows? Yes, in Samudra Manthan Leela, what happened? No, not Kurma Avatar. Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari came with, there are two versions, with the nectar also. He is Lord only, he is Lord Vishnu's avatar only. Or some people also say Dhanvantari gave the knowledge of Ayurveda. Ayurveda. That knowledge, Veda means knowledge. That knowledge which gives us happy, wholesome, healthy life, that was given by Lord himself, Lord Krishna in the form of Dhanvantari. So that Dhanateras is not about gold. It's about the real wealth of health. Because when there is proper health, you can properly utilize this human form for the purpose of it. भक्ति, उसके लिए अच्छा हेल्थ भी चाहिए ना. इसलिए भगवान भगवत गीता में भी बोलते हैं, लॉर्ड कृष्णा टेल्स अबाउट हाउ टू मेंटेन गुड हेल्थ. नॉट टू मच, बट ही गिव्स द की, essential key. What does it say? युक्त आहार विहारस्य युक्त चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. So Lord Krishna says yukta. Yukta means balance. Live a balanced life. Do not live, do not be extreme in anything. Yukta ahara. Your ahara should be balanced diet. And also he talks about in 17th chapter what kind of food to eat, what kind of food not to eat. We will see that some other time. But so practical. Why? Because Lord Krishna says yogo bhavati dukkhaha. If your yoga is the goal of life. Bhakti, yoga is the goal of life. But if your health is not good, then bhakti yoga will not be happy. You cannot be happy practicing bhakti. So, in order to practice your yoga nicely, you have to have good health. So that good health. So he says, yukta ahara, yukta vihara. That means recreation. That should also be balanced, not extreme. Too much of entertainment. No. Too much of, just recreation, right? That is also not good. Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya. Balanced work-life balance. Lord Krishna talks about it. He says, not extreme work. No, work for a certain amount of time. That is called cheshta. What cheshta you are doing? Cheshta means what profession, what work you do in this world. Yukta, keep it balanced. Right? It should not be extreme. Not too much, not too little. Right? So yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya, karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, and sleep. Swapnava bodhasya means sleep. That should also be balanced. Not too less, not too much. If you sleep too less, if you sleep too much, you become lazy. If you sleep too less, you become crazy. Both are not good. Sometimes people say, oh, I will become great devotee. Great devotee means I will only sleep 2 hours. Sometimes this is, when you hear about actually very great devotees, they actually by their spiritual progress, they cut down on their material bodily needs. But prematurely, we should not do. When by mercy of Krishna we come to that level, we can do. Otherwise, we should be yukta. That means 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Balanced diet. You should know what is. See, everyone has a different need. Bhima could eat room full. इतना भर के राइस भी दे दी ना पूरा हॉल भर के, he would eat that much. Now Nakul Sahadev should not say, "Hey Bhim, you are doing overeating. Eh? See how much we are taking." No, what you need is for you. What someone else needs, but we should know what is our need. How can our body, our health be good in a way that it can serve very nicely. We can continue our day-to-day bhakti very nicely. So Lord Krishna says, so that knowledge he gives in Ayurveda. That's why if you go to these Ayurvedic doctors, they will talk a lot about lifestyle. According to Ayurveda, all the problems, all the diseases are rooted into lifestyle. Right? If you go to, say again, the discussion is not allopathy versus Ayurveda. That's not the topic. But if you go to allopathy, the modern science, they give only pills. And it's like, killing the mosquito with gun, AK-47. Sometimes small issues and very high power chemicals are injected into body. So that time we don't realize, but eventually over the years you realize those chemicals are going to do so much damage in the body. But Ayurveda is a very organic science given by God himself. So that is what happens on the day of Dhanateras. So that Dhana actually refers to our health. That is the Dhana. So we should depend on the mercy of Dhanvantari, follow his instructions, follow the instructions of Krishna. That is the first day. Clean your home, right? That's Diwali's for, right? Everyone cleans the home. That's cleanliness, hygiene. Very important for good health. And also balanced diet, as we said, everything, balanced lifestyle. What is the second day? Naraka Chaturdashi. What happened on that day? Yes, Narakasur. Who was Narakasur? Where was he staying? Definitely not in Tellapur. Where was Narakasur? Who was he? Narakasur was a great demon. Actually, in one sense, he was son of Lord only, Bhumi Devi and Varahadev's son. But he became a great demon. Although Lord's son, Bhaumasur, Narakasur, because of bad association, he became a demon. Not going to the details of story, but he kidnapped 16,000 100 princes. He kidnapped them and put them in the jail. They all wrote a letter to Lord Krishna. This entire story we can read in Krishna book, in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. So Lord Krishna, receiving this plea or this prayer from these princes, they wanted to have Krishna as their husband, and they were kidnapped by this Narakasura. Lord went and rescued them. So that happened on the day of Naraka Chaturdashi today. So that is what we celebrate. Lord Krishna came and liberated these 16,000 princes. Then they said, where will we go? In that time, society, once the woman is taken away by a man, then no one will accept her. So they said, now we have no other option, but you please accept us. And Lord Krishna was very merciful. Lord Krishna said, okay, because no one else is there. And actually they were very great devotees of Krishna, actually. So Krishna accepted all of them as his wives, consorts. So that is how Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives. 8 principal wives and then these 16,100 in bonus. He just got all of them requested. It was not that Krishna was lusting around women like this. Sometimes people have this misunderstanding. They actually asked for Lord Krishna to help them. Narakasura had kidnapped. Krishna went and rescued them, and they said, we have no other shelter. So today's day is to remember that pastime and to learn. See, we are also like those queens, those princes. We also are kidnapped by Maya. Right? The jiva is here. We all are staying in Krishna. We are energies of Krishna, right? We are actually meant to serve Lord Krishna as a servant. But we came here running behind Maya. And Maya has captured our intelligence, our mind, everything. So now that we have realized who is our real master, who is actual our shelter, then we should call out for Lord Krishna, please, Krishna, come and save me from this world of Maya. So when we pray to Lord, He will come, and then we can pray Him to accept us. So this is the day today where all these princes were accepted by the Lord. Naraka Chaturdashi. What is the third day? Is the day of Diwali. And what happened on that day? Many wonderful things. One is Damodar Leela, we discussed last time. And what else? What is most famous also? Lord Ramachandra came back to Ayodhya. And that is the celebration. Now, Ayodhya was lit with so many lamps, firecrackers, not many. That came later, that. But lamps were there. The entire Ayodhya. Actually, when Lord Ram left for 14 years, he was exiled. It is said Ayodhya became like ghost town. Nobody was happy. Ayodhya means that city which was never defeated. There was no fight only. There was a yuddha. Yuddha nahi tha kabhi udhar. No fight. And nobody could conquer Ayodhya. But first time Ayodhya got defeated. Not because of some enemy. Not in a battlefield. But because of Kaikeyi's feud in one sense. So when Lord Ram left, it is said that is the first day Ayodhya was defeated. And for 14 years, Ayodhya Vasis were suffering in separation from Lord Sri Ram. Every day was like, several years. They're waiting for that day when Lord Ram would return back. And what to speak of? Actually, we have not much time, but if you read Ramayana, you'll experience their emotions. How Ayodhya Vasis were so extremely in separation, so much pain. And when Lord Ram came, there is no words, their joy can be described. So that is the day of Diwali. They celebrated Deepavali with diyas, deepas, and Lord Ram appeared. So that is what is significance of Diwali. Now, what do we do on that day? What should be our meditation? So just like Lord Ram was banished from Ayodhya, we also have banished him from our heart. He is exiled from our heart. Right? Now we don't remember our connection with him. We do not remember how we have such sweet, loving relationship with Lord Ram. He is our loving shelter. So again, this is the day to remember that, to revive that relationship, to bring Lord Ram, Lord Krishna back into our heart. That is real Diwali celebration. Now, how to do that? Lord Krishna says, by lighting the lamp of knowledge. The first step is we have to have some knowledge about who is He, who are we, what is our relationship with God, right? So, Jnana Deepena Bhasvata. You see now in the slide. This is the line from Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says, he talks about a Deepa. What is that Deepa? Jnana Deepa. With the light of knowledge, ignite your heart or lighten your hearts, he says in Gita. So, again, we will definitely, all of you and all of us are going to put so many lamps in the home, right? And make nice decorations. But while we do that, let us not forget to also lighten our hearts with the knowledge coming from Lord Shri Krishna himself. Then that is real Diwali. And when that heart is lightened up, when the heart is cleansed, then Krishna will appear into that heart. Actually, he is there. He is not gone. He is always there with us. We have left him. We were in the spiritual world with Lord. We left him. Actually, we didn't exile Lord. We only ran away. Right? From spiritual world. We didn't want. So, but Lord never leaves us. He comes as Paramatma. He's right there within our heart. He's right there inside. But because we are looking away from him, we cannot hear him, we can't realize him, we can't experience him. But with this knowledge, when we purify our heart and when we start practicing devotional service, we cleanse our heart, then Lord will actually manifest. I mean, He's there, but He will manifest to us once again. So that is Diwali. And then what is the fourth day? Anyone? Govardhan Leela, right? So that is anyways very famous. Um, we will talk about Govardhan Leela separately when we celebrate. I think on 9th of November we will celebrate, because this week we are many devotees are out. Even we are going for a yatra tomorrow to Vrindavan, to Govardhan Dham. We are going to Govardhan, and you would be surprised to know there are 15,000 devotees all over India gathering to celebrate. And all these 15,000, there is a criteria. All of them are chanting 16 rounds for years. Only they are allowed to come. So this is the annual yatra taken by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, who is my Guru Maharaj, and so many devotees all over India, all over world actually gather. Someday, let us all pray. We are also able to go together for this yatra in Kartik month. Every year, Kartik month, this yatra happens. So we are all going for it. So that is why we are not able to celebrate Diwali and Govardhan Puja here now, but we will celebrate it after returning back. Okay, so Govardhan Leela is happening actually every day in some universe or other, so we can celebrate it later also. So you know this Govardhan Leela, right? You worship, in that we worship a mountain with a mountain of prasadam. Govardhan Ji is the Giriraj mountain, and we have mountain full of prasad. Lord Krishna, told Vrajavasis, you should worship Govardhan Ji, who is none other than He Himself, and that is celebrated as Govardhan Puja. We'll talk about Govardhan Puja later on. So that's the fourth day. And what happens on the last day? It is called as, obviously Bhai Dooj is known in one sense, in social way. There is also Bali Pratipada. You know this Bali Pratipada? Bali Maharaj, you know Bali? Right? So this Bali Maharaj, he surrendered to Vaman Dev on that day. That is the day of Bali Pratipada. You know the story of Bali? How many of you are aware of that story of Bali? Yes, most of you. So briefly, he was actually king of demons, but great devotee in his heart. He was great grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj. And Lord Vaman Dev came as a small dwarf boy and asked for 3 feet of land. Bali gave. He was a very charitable person. But Shukracharya, his guru, said, no, Bali, he is not a Brahmin. He is Vishnu in disguise. Don't give him. Bali said, Vishnu? That is the purpose of life, to give everything to Vishnu. If Vishnu only has come to ask from me, then why should I not give? So he rejected his guru, Shukracharya, and then said, if it's his Lord Vishnu, that is the perfection of my life. If Lord Vishnu has come to take away everything, I am ready to give everything. And that is how he surrendered. And sure enough, that was again a big story. 8th canto of Bhagavatam, some other time we'll read and discuss. So Lord Vaman Dev took away. One feet he took the entire land, another feet he took the all other planets, the sky. So he is called as Trivikrama. Trivikram Charan. He is not here today. So with 2 feet he covered everything. Then he said, where should I keep the third one? No place. You promised me 3 feet of land. So Bali Maharaj said, okay, now the only place remains is my head. That you can keep there. That shows his devotion. Complete surrender. Atma Nivedanam. Complete surrender to the Lord. And Lord was so pleased. Lord Vaman Dev, Vishnu was so pleased. He said, Lord Bali, you have conquered my heart with your devotion. And he eternally blessed him residence in the Sutala Loka, where Lord Vaman Dev became the doorkeeper. He said, I will protect you now onwards. Give the kingdom of Indra back to him. He is crying too much. Give Swarga back, but I will give you something more than Swarga. And Vaman Dev became the servant of Bali. He is a Dwarpal in the palace of Bali Maharaj eternally in the Sutala Loka. So this story happened. So you see here, all the 5 days actually are connected to wonderful leelas of Lord. And we are supposed to meditate on that leela and try to imbibe some lesson into our lives. Then that is celebration of Diwali. So let us try to do this year, right? Meditate more on these pastimes, pray to Lord Shri Krishna, pray to Lord Shri Ram to bless us with the drop of such devotion these great devotees have, and then so that we also receive his mercy into our life. So now, coming back to our today's discussion. So as I said, Jnana Deepena Bhasvata. Lord Krishna is saying, lighten the lamp of knowledge, right? So what is that knowledge? In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, especially Lord Krishna talks about knowledge, transcendental knowledge, knowledge beyond this world. So he says, knowledge means MSc. How many of you have done MSc here? Okay. Oh, Mataji, Mataji. That means you are only knowledgeable. No one else, right? What is that MSc? Not Master of Science, sorry. Lord Krishna says MSc means matter, spirit, and controller of both. Very simple. Remember this. M for matter, S for spirit, and C for controller of both. Both means matter and spirit. Now, what is matter? This entire world, right? The Bhautik Jagat is matter. It is all material. Bhautik. So, ho gaya matter. In today's education system, what we learn about is this matter only. Right? Whether it's electronics engineering or medical science or whatever you learn, pneumatics, what or so many things, right? It's about matter. That is also knowledge. Actually, Krishna says that's ignorance only. Only knowledge, only matter is not knowledge. But there is also some knowledge about matter. Then there is knowledge about the spirit soul. The spirit means the Atma, the spirit soul, which is actually energizing the matter, which is giving life to this matter. That is spirit. That is the higher energy. Matter is the lower energy of Krishna. Spirit is the higher energy. We are going to see those verses also. That is the second thing. And third thing is controller of both or source of both. Source and controller of both, matter and spirit. Who is he? Is Lord Shri Krishna himself, God himself. So to have knowledge about God also. When we have knowledge about all three, then we are perfectly knowledgeable. That is complete knowledge. But nowadays we see double PhDs, triple PhDs, postdoc. And then when you ask them about who are you? What is your identity? What happens after death? Thenga. No knowledge about it. That means it's not complete knowledge. Our scriptures give us complete knowledge about this life, about this world, about who we are, and about the final destination, about the Supreme Lord. That is complete knowledge. So that complete knowledge is given in Sri Bhagavad Gita. And that is what we will just a little bit go through today. Okay, before we come to that, I have a few more slides. Who is a wise person? So someone who has knowledge is a wise person. Wisdom. Knowledge also means wisdom, right? So who is a wise person? A PhD scholar? We don't have a PhD scholars today. They didn't come. Anybody PhD here? Yes. If somebody has PhD, does that mean he is knowledgeable? Confused? Just what we discussed just now. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Depends whether he has complete knowledge. There are many, very well-educated people, but they do not have understanding of life. So what is the point of just scientists, some politicians, right? Are they knowledgeable people? Wise people? Knowledge might be there about this world, but it's not that they are wise necessarily. What is the definition? There is one definition given by Chanakya Pandit. Who is wise person? So we will first see that definition and then we'll go to Bhagavad Gita after that. So Chanakya Pandit says this verse, you can try to repeat this. मात्रवत् परदारेषु परद्रव्येषु लौष्ट्रवत् आत्मवत् सर्वभूतेषु यः पश्यति स पंडितः. यः पश्यति स पंडितः. Pandita means wise person. So Chanakya is saying, कौन है wise person, learned person? कौन है? Three things he says. Matravat paradareshu. One who sees another's wife as mother. Every woman except one's wife is a mother, whether whatever age. Then that is a sign of wise person. He is knowledgeable. That's first thing he says. Second, he says, paradraveshu laushtravat. Paradravya. Dravya means wealth. Para means someone else's. Laushtra means like dirt, garbage. Anyone else's wealth is like garbage. He does not, eye upon someone else's wealth to usurp the wealth. Another wise man characteristic. And third is Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu. One who sees or one who treats all other living beings as he would want to be treated himself. He considers others, respectable, like himself, like what he would want to. These are the three symptoms of a wise man. So, this is Chanakya Pandit saying. He doesn't say which degree, what salary, which company. These are not really the signs. We see so many times people have a lot of knowledge, but when the character is not good, that knowledge, we can't call that person a wise man. There are this big terrorists. So much knowledge they have to make such a big plan to kill people. Do you call them wise people? Nowhere wise, although they have knowledge. So this is the real definition of knowledge according to Chanakya. So we will see some examples. Matruvat paradareshu, treating others' wife to be one's mother. Like in our Vaishnava culture, we call every woman as Mataji. Even young girls also. Then sometimes they said, Mataji dikh raha hu. Yes, we see mother in everyone. And those who are in Grihastha order, those who are brahmacharis, for them every woman is Mataji. Those who are in Grihastha, for them only one woman, that is wife. Except her, everyone has to be treated as mother, respected as mother. Yes, this is a very qualified man. This is a very sense-controlled person. So this is a quality of a wise person. This is Ravana kidnapping Sita. He saw every woman as his wife. Ulta tha ekdam, opposite. That is Ravana's mentality. Any beautiful woman he wanted, he wanted to usurp. Now we have a choice. Ravana mentality or... And the example is given of Shivaji Maharaj. Right? There was a story. Actually, in our childhood, we had a poem in my, I think it was 5th standard or something. In Marathi, we had a nice poem about this incident. Once Shivaji Maharaj conquered one Kalyan, the current Kalyan, Mumbai near, that was a small place that time. He conquered that, he captured that one area. And there was a very beautiful wife of that Subedar, who was a Muslim, and that lady was, it is said, was very beautiful. And, all the people felt that it's a custom, because Muslims, when they would attack, they would simply take away all the women, and they would take them away and put them into their, they could call it Janan Khan or something. So this was the first time Shivaji's army had captured some area. So they brought this woman and they said, Maharaj, she is a very beautiful woman. You can make her your queen. You marry her. And when Shivaji Maharaj looked at that lady, it is said he spoke some, words which were composed into a poem. So he said, Ashicha amuchi ai asati sundara rupavati. He said, if my mother would have been so beautiful, I would have also become more beautiful. And then he said, this lady is not less than a mother to me. Even if she is a young woman, helpless now, we have conquered you are captured. He said, I don't see her anything less than a mother. So this is a wise man. This is a characteristic of a learned person, according to Chanakya. So one thing. Second, paradraveshu laushtravat, treating others' property as garbage. Can you give some positive example from scriptures? One who did not want to eye upon anyone's property. Or give negative example first. That is easy to give. Negative example, someone wanted to usurp someone else's property. Duryodhan and party. Actually, rightfully, Pandavas were the heirs of kingdom. It's their property in one sense. It was kept under the under the care of Dhritarashtra for some time, till the time Pandavas grew up. Otherwise, it was not his property. But Duryodhan and company wanted to usurp the property. Even to the point, Pandavas said, just give us 5 villages. We are Kshatriyas, we'll just rule. Just give us some small area. You only keep the kingdom. If you want to rule properly, if you rule properly, we have no objection. Just give us something. And what did Duryodhana said? I will not give a land worth the tip of the needle also. So that is usurping someone else's rightful property. So that is the example of the Kauravas, Dhritarashtra. And then the third one is Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu. Whose example is this? You know this picture? Anyone? Which is the story? Shibi. There was an example of Shibi Maharaj. You know that story when he was a very danshur, he was a very caring king. So I hope you know that story. So when he wanted to save that dove, a kabuttar, he gave away the flesh of his body. So this is called Praja, according to our Vedic understanding, Praja means anything born in the kingdom. Ja means Janma. Jo bhi Janma liya hai aapki kingdom mein, everything is Praja. Nowadays, the understanding only humans are valuable. Animals can be killed. Doesn't matter. Or even in animals, they love dogs and hate cows and kill cows. That was not the culture in Vedic life. Every living being was protected by the king. Every living being was treated with respect. So that is the example of Shibi. So anyway, so these are the 3 things. Can we repeat? What is the first symptom? Others' wife as mother. Second, others' property as garbage. Third, treating everyone else like oneself. This is, we have seen the definition of Chanakya. Now Lord Krishna also gives a definition of Pandita. We are going to see that. So, material knowledge will make our career successful. We go to college, all of you have studied so many. This is for career, profession. But spiritual knowledge will make our entire life successful. This human form of life, the ultimate goal of this life is actually to cultivate the spiritual knowledge. It will also help us become prayerful and lead the development of many divine values to become perfect gentleman. Like we just now saw, these 3 qualities of a perfect gentleman. Now here is the definition of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says, kindly repeat, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. See, there also he said Pandita. Here also Lord Krishna is saying Pandita. Now what is Pandita? Samadarshinaha. Samadarshina means with equal vision. One who sees everyone with equal vision. Example he gives. Brahmani Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha. That means one who sees a Brahmana, a very intelligent man, Brahmana. Gavi means a cow, Hastini means a elephant, Shuni means a dog, and Shvapakecha means a dog eater. One who can see all of them equally, he is a Pandita. And also Vinaya Sampanne, and he has to be humble. Vinaya means humble. Humility is also another quality of one who is knowledgeable. Now, can you tell me, how can you see a dog and a elephant equal? Or a dog eater and a brahmana equal? How can we see it? What is Lord Krishna means when he says one who sees with equanimity? He is Pandita. He is a wise person. Can anyone help me understand? Means what? What is that part and parcel is called as? It's the spirit soul. When you see everyone as the spirit soul, then he is wise man. When you can see that soul, not you just don't see only the covering, you see the spirit soul in everyone's heart. That is that actual person. And on the platform of soul, all are equal. The elephant is also soul, part and parcel of God. The dog also, ant also, and we also, human beings also. So on the spiritual level, all of them are spirit, soul, part and parcel of God. Now, does that mean that we have to treat everyone equally? Equally, can we treat everyone? No, that's a wrong understanding. Nowadays, in the Western world, has equally means can you have can you tiger also is a spirit soul. Can you get a tiger at your home? Because anyways, part and parcel of God. He is also soul only. Let me try to give some love. You have to respect everyone, but not equally. There is a way to show respect. For tiger, keep it away is the way of respecting. For a cow, you may embrace, right? For a dog, but nobody should be disrespected. No one can be killed. No living entity should be troubled. You can't trouble or torture anyone, right? But different living entities should be given different kinds of respect. That is what Lord Krishna here means. So become a perfect gentleman. You know this story of Mrugari. We have heard this story that Mrugari was a cruel hunter, killing animals half dead, and he would love to see that suffering of the animals. Then Narad Muni came and gave him knowledge, and Narad Muni showed him the suffering which he has to go through for killing these animals. And then finally Mrugari's heart changed. He became a very soft-hearted devotee of Lord. And then later, when Narad Muni came with Parvat Muni, after a few years to this Mrugari's ashrama, then he saw that when they came, Mrugari was coming out, and then what do they see? Mrugari was about to pay obeisances and he was hesitating. He moved to the other side. So he said, what happened? Why are you doing this? He was jumping over the place. He said, there are some ants. I don't want to step on them. Mrugari said. It's the same Mrugari was killing wholesale. Now even does not want to kill an ant. So his heart was completely transformed by the knowledge. He understood. This is real knowledge actually. To see this soul, see this real person. So the knowledge should lead to heart transformation, not only information in head. The goal of knowledge is not only, loading the information, but actually transformation of heart. Many times people have so much knowledge, so many degrees, but if you see their behavior, if you see their character, it's so, worthless, then that is not real knowledge. Knowledge should actually bring transformation of heart or behavior. So now we have come to this, as I said, MSc, matter, spirit and controller of both. So Lord Krishna says, what is matter? Repeat this verse. Bhumi apo analo vayuhu kham mano buddhir evacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritir ashtadha. So Lord Krishna says in this verse, what is matter? He says bhinna prakriti. It is my bhinna energy. Bhinna means separated. Matter is also energy of Lord Krishna, but it is separated energy. And what is it? He says there are 8 elements, which is my separated energy. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego. This forms our subtle and gross body, and also this entire universe is created by that. This is 7th chapter verse I will give you some notes also today, so you can refer to that. This is the matter. Then what is spirit? When Lord Krishna says, uh, that verse is not here. Apareyam itastu anyam prakrutim vidhi me param जीवभूत महाबाहो ययेदम धार्यते jagat. So then he says there is another energy of mind which is superior to material energy. Apareyam itastu anyam prakrutim vidhi me para. Me means mind. There is another energy of mind which is superior to this energy. What is that? Jiva bhuta mahabaho. That is called as jiva, soul, the spirit soul. And what this spirit soul does? Yayedam dharyate jagat. This entire world is populated by these souls, and this soul is actually making the matter actually come alive. Basically, the soul is exploiting this matter. So that is spirit, Satchidanand. So matter and spirit, these are two energies. And what is the controller? That is Lord Shri Krishna, right? So he is the controller. So Lord Krishna talks about him. Controller of both is Parama Ishwar Shri Krishna. So Lord Shri Krishna is known as, we can remember him as the CEO of this world. CEO of every company has, right? What is CEO? Controller, enjoyer, and owner. Can you repeat? Controller, enjoyer, owner. Or you can also, owner is also called as proprietor. The supreme controller, the supreme enjoyer, and the supreme proprietor. That is the definition of God. Now we think of God, but what is Bhagavad Gita speaking about God? What is Lord Krishna giving understanding about himself is this. It's a little technical thing. I know this. No, I'm not talking a lot of stories or pastimes today. But this is important to understand. What is God? God is the supreme controller, the supreme enjoyer, the supreme proprietor. What is supreme controller means? Everything is controlled by him and he is not controlled by anyone. That is called supreme controller. See, we all also are controllers. Do you control something? You control your remote control, right? TV, AC, fan. Sometimes mothers may control children also, or husbands also. I don't know. I've heard about. So control something, right? Who controls whom, I don't know. I'm just. So we have limited control, but we are also controlled. Can you give example? Are we controlled? We control something, okay, but we are also controlled by something. Can you give some example? How are we controlled? Boss is controlling in the office. Yes. Laws of the land, you can't go, if you do some but then you are put in the jail. That means you are controlled. Laws of nature. Are we controlled by the laws of nature? Are we independent, supreme controller? Right? If you overeat, even if you like it, the laws of nature will act. Next day you have to pay for it. Right? That means we are not supremely independent. There's only one personality who can say he is not controlled by anybody. That is God. Supreme controller. Once one person came to Srila Prabhupada and he said, in the Western country, and he said, Swamiji, I am God. Many people would come and claim like this to Prabhupada. Sometimes Prabhupada would not argue with them. Prabhupada said, okay, take my Dandava, sit down. You are God, I pay obeisances, you sit down. What to argue with such foolish people, right? Sometimes Prabhupada would do that. Once, one person was arguing a lot. I am God, he was saying. Then Prabhupada thought, have to teach him some lesson. Then Prabhupada told his devotees, come here, close the doors, lock him in the room. So there was one room only. They were sitting in the room. Then after some time, that man said, I want to use washroom. I'm getting some pressure to go to washroom. Prabhupada called his devotees, lock the bathroom from inside. and lock the main door also. And then that person was like, little getting anxious. He said, hey, what is this nonsense? I want to go to washroom. Prabhupada said, you are God. You are supreme controller. You should control. Why are you screaming? Why are you, crying? You should control your urges. So he sat for some time. Again, 1 hour passed. Prabhupada was doing his things. His, earlier nature was calling, now nature was howling, screaming. He had very strong pressure. He said, no, please, please open the door. I want to go. I want to use waste. Either let me go out or let me go to restroom. Prabhupada said, no, you are God. We all are paying you dandavats. How can you suffer like this? You are God. He was crying, screaming. Then Prabhupada told him, okay, only one thing. If you accept you are not God, we will open the door. Then finally, when it became too difficult for him to tolerate, he said, okay, 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 accept, I am not God. Open the door. Prabhupada opened the door. Then the devotees came out and he went inside. Once after came out again, he said, no, but I am God. And Prabhupada said, see, dog's tail, kutte ka dum, aise hi rahega. But we can understand we are not God. Simple by this example. Prabhupada would give such simple example to tell we are all controlled. So how can anybody in this world? In India, there is a supermarket of gods. Do you know this? Go to any gully. There are people claiming, हमारे गुरु तो इसका अवतार है, ये तो कृष्ण का अवतार, वो तो राम का अवतार है, ये तो साक्षात नारायण, कोई तो कल्कि है. एक बार मैंने आपको बताया था, in one of the TV channels, they called 9 Kalkis. 9 people claiming themselves to be Kalki avatar. And they called and they didn't know that others are coming. सबको बोला अभी आप लाइव है. Now you fight and decide who is the real Kalki. And then such a tamasha, See, this is how people have lost faith. But the problem is 99% of our Sanatan people, Sanatan followers don't know what is God. Definition of God is supreme controller. Now, can any human being be supreme controller? If anybody claims God, you lock him in the toilet. Let him not come out. Let's see whether he... It's not possible. That's why Srila Prabhupada would say, if anybody says he is God, he is dog. Any human. Nobody can become God. God is always God. We can become God's servant. I mean, we are God's servant. Then one, as I told you, we can become greater than God. Not in power, but because of love. You see Mother Yashoda. I told you last time also. See, the love of devotee conquers God. God is not a cruel master. He is a loving master. He is a loving father, loving mother. And then he loves devotees so much. That is what we celebrate. But he remains a supreme controller. That is one thing. Now our time is getting over. We have to complete it. What is the supreme enjoyer? Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surudam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim ruchyati. This is a verse in 5th chapter of Gita. Lord Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. Whatever you do, austerities, yagya, tapa, I am the ultimate enjoyer of all that. He is the ultimate enjoyer. He doesn't have to do what is Krishna doing here, you see. All day, he is managing the entire universe. But he is roaming with his girlfriend. I mean, Radharani. In one sense, doing. He is enjoyer. He doesn't have to work like we have to work. He is supreme enjoyer. His energies only take care of running the entire show of this cosmic world. And he is supreme enjoyer. I'll talk about it next time in more details. And then the third one is supreme proprietor, supreme owner. Everything actually belongs to him ultimately. Right? Sab bhumi Gopal ki, including our 2 BHK. Everything belongs to God. Only thing, we come from some time and we say, okay, now this is mine, that is mine, ye iska hai. Even big politicians, nations are claiming, they are making some boundaries, thinking this is our land, this is their land. Nothing is anybody's land. Everything is God's land. Everything is God's property. He is supreme owner of everything. We don't own anything, we don't take with us anything. Correct? So that is called a supreme proprietor. So supreme controller, supreme enjoyer and supreme proprietor, owner. Okay. We had those verses here, I forgot. Um, okay, there are a lot of other things, but now today time is getting over. So I'll revisit this next time when we meet. Uh, there's important discussions on this. Okay, so I think we end here. Uh, so why did we discuss this? This is the wisdom Lord Krishna wants us to remember. Because when we have this knowledge, then we actually also should apply that knowledge in life. When we know Lord Krishna is the supreme controller, proprietor, enjoyer, he is the supreme, then we want to serve him. We want to be his good devotee. And when that happens, then our life will also become very auspicious, which is what Lord Krishna wants. So this knowledge will ultimately lead us to practicing bhakti, to become the servant of the God. And then by that we actually can become ultimately happy into our lives. So this is the knowledge which he's talking about in Bhagavad Gita. I have some notes. I think now we can give them, but or maybe next time only we can give what I discussed. It is there in that. Um, or will you remember to bring it after reading this? If you want to give, should I give so that you can read at home? We have 2 days, 1 week, we have weekend off also. So you can take one family, one notes you can take. Those who are single Matajis, Prabhujis, they can take one. And family is there, then take one in family. And it is a little long, 7-8 pages, but you can read. What we discuss very shortly, elaborately is explained. Next time, I will ask some questions to you based on this. Okay, do we understand this? This is some philosophy. This is little technical, but it is important to understand for our spiritual journey, and that's why we are discussing this. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Are there any questions, comments, suggestions about today's discussion? Please write your name if possible on those notes so that don't get misplaced. If you have pen or a share, write note names also. And please read when you get time. Go through that, and this is an important discussion actually. Any questions, comments? No, I think. Okay, so now we go for announcements. Today we do not have drama skit, but we have some announcements, and we have Damodarashtakam and birthday festival also. Celebration for Dakshi. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Yes, is it? But okay. But will you videos in your wait a minute. अच्छा announcement always making. Am I always making? Okay. Yes, there's a video where we want to still include the yeah. Hare Krishna. So now we have some announcements, important ones, and I have the seva to announce also. So please bear with me. Some things. You can close. You're making another. Okay. So please pay attention for a few more minutes. Okay. So the most important announcement for the annual CDEC